Hello everyone, my name is Sayanta, the guy who believed in hard work, not in luck. When you achieve that goal you were dreaming from like
Absolutely.
around the early age of your career, and when you achieve it, it's like you got some fear of like
Mhm.
losing it. Yesterday, it's like if you think your workplace as a playground,
Hmm.
you
Hmm,
can
hmm,
work.
hmm, hmm. Right.
Otherwise, in few days or it's like later days, it's
You get
gonna
bored.
be it's like become a jail for you.
Basic Excel or basic advanced Excel?
Basic Excel. Any kind of doubt, any kind of
Absolutely.
question, write it
Absolutely.
down in comment section. We try to get as many as comment we can,
Yes, yes.
and if possible, if the host permit, we can do a Q&A session also.
Yeah. Count of three, two, one. So, welcome back, guys, to another new episode. And today we have with us my very, very, very favorite senior from my MBA institution, who is currently working with the PwC, which is one of the big fours. And I believe that this podcast is gonna be super amazing. And I'm pretty sure about that. So please welcome Mr. Shayanta Das with us. Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank
How
you
are
very
you?
much. I'm absolutely fine. It's like, how are you? As like,
I'm
and
doing
thank you
great.
for the great gratitude and the welcome. It's
Yeah, absolutely. Shayanta, the first thing, as like we all know that you are very close to me. So on a very personal level, I know who you are. I know how your phase was, right? Like the PwC and also the post PwC. But many of the viewers do not know you. So just to brief, a very small introduction. Who is Shayanta Das?
hello everyone. My name is Shanto, the guy who believed in hard work, not in luck. I done my BCom honors from Jaipuria College, and then I joined MBA in IIM, and I passed out in 2021 in MBA in finance, and then I got recruited in PwC, as Shanto mentioned, and right now I'm like working in PwC for US Tax Associate, and that's a small brief about myself. And now over to the post.
Yes,
Any question,
absolutely,
host? Like
absolutely,
I know it's
absolutely.
like you have plenty of questions for
I
me.
have plenty. It's ready. It's ready.
Yeah, I
But
know
before that,
the pen and paper also.
absolutely, it's ready. I'll take another interview of yours. Anyways,
Okay.
jokes apart, Shantanu, how many months are you working with PwC? Like, approx, how many months are you working?
Okay, it's like oh, it's almost, yeah, it's 8 to 9 months I'm working with PwC right
Nine
now.
months.
It's yeah,
Okay.
it's I'm joining in PwC in 2021 June.
Mm-hmm.
After my fourth semester, I'm joining and working with PwC around like 8 9 months
Eight,
around.
9 months. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and throughout
And
I'm working with the tax team.
tax team, yes, that I know, of course. That will come to that part.
Yeah,
But
sure, sure.
Shantanu, like, just to brief. Okay, how is your experience? This is a kind of non-technical thing, but how is your
Yeah.
experience? How it
Okay.
feels to work with Big Four, this
The
name, this
big four.
brand.
Okay. First of all, okay. If I go to, it's like very back in my, it's like early school days or like early college days, where it's like when I in first or second year, when I like studied the is like in BCom, and the seniors are come back to like to our teachers like I got in selected in PwC, and I was very curious like what is that company? It's like why is so happy? He just got a job, not like why he's so happy. Then I started the research. It's like why? It's like what the main thing. Then I got to know the big four.
Big Four,
Then
right?
I got to know the like the PwC, the head. It's like the main part is like it's very close to our. It's like the college also. You know that the
Yes,
headquarters of
absolutely. I mean,
PwC is
yeah, it's
very close.
very, very close to us. Like the location wise, it's very, very close.
Very close. So it's like from I can say from second year or from the third year, I create ambitions like why करना है,
Yeah,
भाई
karna
यहाँ
hai.
जाना है
Right, right.
मेरे. So that's a very it's like funny way, or it's like I can say.
Hmm.
But it's like another is like very good part of the PwC is very employee friendly. It's really it's like I like personally I like thought like how could be a corporate could be a employee friendly, you
Right,
know, the atmosphere is
absolutely.
good,
Mm-hmm.
but the culture and the and everything is top notch.
Okay.
Like the seniors are very helpful, the team leaders are very helpful. If you have any kind of doubts, go to them, reach to them anytime,
Okay.
day night is anytime.
Hmm.
And the hierarchy and the culture is very different from it's like our culture. It's like no
Hmm.
sarma means there in PwC. It's like everyone is like you can call by their name.
Right, right.
Or yeah, it's like very healthy and very good atmosphere in working with PwC.
PwC.
to be very.
First day when you actually entered the office, like the first feeling, you're stepping in PwC, your dream company, that
Yeah.
all experience.
Okay, I just want to use some adjective.
Yes,
Excited,
absolutely.
very excited, and very nervous. When you achieve that goal, you were dreaming from like
Absolutely.
around the early age of your career, and when you achieve it, it's like you got some fear of like
Mhm.
losing it. I remember that day, like 21st June.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's like to join and to like hit on the floor and it's like ready
Right.
for work and pumping up everything.
Ha.
So yeah, I'm very excited, but nervous at the very beginning. It's like when I try to grab some like the knowledge and like it's like what the work is going on in
Hmm.
PwC.
Hmm. Hmm. Right.
But sooner or later, the training process, around 1.5 months, I'm going through the training, like
Okay.
what kind of taxes out there or what
Hmm.
kind of forms, the different forms. I in
So
the
the
beginning,
first, the beginning, yes.
yeah.
The first thing is that tell the viewers about your PwC interview experience. How was the interview experience of yours?
Okay, as I mentioned, I was like I am a MBA graduate in from IEM,
Hmm.
so I got my job from campus.
Hmm.
So the campus recruiter basically.
Right.
So the PwC come with like the two rounds for my interview. First was the aptitude test. Second was the direct PI test with
Hmm.
the senior manager and yeah, the both are senior managers right there.
Okay.
So first I go with the aptitude test. So for aptitude test, there are more or like 30-40 questions out there.
Okay.
They categorize the question into four parts.
Okay.
First, Excel.
Okay.
But Excel is like very basic Excel, just
Basic.
like formula, very it's like basic
Okay. One
formula
question.
shortcuts.
One question,
Yeah, sure.
Shantana. Basic
Absolutely
Excel.
basic
Okay.
Excel.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not, honestly, I can't call it advanced. Trust me.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
call it advanced, it's not gonna be
I
like
got it. I got
worth
it.
it.
Okay. Okay.
It's very basic. It's like,
Basic.
but if I call a is like a sum equation or a if condition of
Hmm.
advanced level, so
Hmm.
I
No,
think
I got
that's
it. I
not a
got it.
big justice. Yeah, you
Absolutely. I
got
got
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a very basic thing. I guess it's like every person, if I go through is like an hour or it's like a 2 hour a daily basis,
Hmm.
you're gonna be crack it.
Okay.
First of all, the Excel. The second, tax. Uh,
Tax.
don't think about like any kind of US tax. It's absolutely depend on the Indian tax.
Indian taxation. Okay.
So Indian taxation again it's like what kind of topics are there. It's like the heads of the incomes,
Hmm.
the it's like salary
Hmm.
and slab rates and go on.
Okay. Okay.
Account then accounts and some bit of economics.
Economics. Okay.
Economics, a bit of economics. I got just like 2 3 questions, just like break even point.
Okay.
What is break even point? Is like how to determine a break even point, and a small sum is like to determine a break even point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's I guess everyone knows. And in accountancy is like the journals, the ledger, final
Hmm.
account,
Hmm. Hmm.
cash flow statement is like they
Basic
give you an
accounting.
account name. Yeah, and also there is trial balance entry. Yeah, they ask you is like the what do you know about trial balance, and that is the MCQ question. They give
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
the options.
Right.
And
Right.
lastly, there's a chances you get the quantitative. Not everyone got the quantitative.
Hmm.
Like quantitative, the maths and
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
those parts.
Right.
Very few questions, like 4 or 5 questions out there, like what I attended.
Okay.
So and yeah, that's all for the aptitude question. That the aptitude were conducted by the PwC itself,
Okay.
and no negative marks out there.
Okay.
And anything else? So,
And about the surroundings, like what are the things like while you were giving the exams, were you allowed to?
okay, yeah. Yes. No. The camera have to be on. Your voice have to be absolutely on. The
Okay.
room which you are is like doing the examination have to be pin drop silence,
Okay.
because the examination should be scrutiny by the PwC after your exam is done, and there is
Mm-hmm.
a major possibility if there is any kind of you know
I know. I know. If
misconception
they are
or like
cheating,
yeah,
then the paper
there
gets
then
cancelled.
yeah, and that that put a bad impact on that individual also,
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
if he or she try to attempt again in
Hmm.
further is like 3 4 months again and try to is like give an interview as like इनको क्या पता चलेगा, dude, no, they have all the records. So
All
please
right. All
don't.
right.
Instructions are very clear in the
Absolutely.
the mail. You
Okay.
always try to monitor the sorry, you always try to contact with the eye contact with the camera.
With the
And
camera.
another thing, you cannot open any kind of other Windows tab.
Tabs. Okay. Yes, of course.
No,
Of course.
any kind of other window tab. If you open it, then you get a warning, and that is a 3-time warning, and then after that you will be disqualified.
So, what was your preparation tips? Like one, two, yeah, like three tips or tricks that what were your kind of what, or maybe what was your style of preparation for this aptitude part for Big Four?
Well, there is no shortcuts. It's
Okay,
very clear. I have to go to very clear, no shortcuts,
right,
no major tricks out there. Honestly, as I told you in my introduction, hard work is the only key of success.
right,
Trust me. Hard work is the only key of success. Nothing other than you can. It's like only the hard work is you can crack it through.
right.
First of all, that.
Okay,
And another thing is like you have to very make sure and very clear, crystal clear about your basics,
basics.
like basic of accountancy, basic of finance, or any kind of basic. It's
Okay.
like very basic binding. I mean, from accountancy, general,
Hmm.
ledger, trial balance, and I know very well things like those are very easy things. Like why should you trust me? No, you
Yes,
don't
yes,
know.
yes. Hmm.
Trust me, just don't know.
Right.
When you was like attempting the interview, they asked you like a question and you go boom
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the spot.
absolutely. It's like, अरे मुझे याद है लेकिन अभी
याद
याद नहीं
है
आ रहा
लेकिन
मुझे.
हाँ, ये
This is
यहाँ पे नहीं चलेगा.
right, right. Hmm.
Basic, and then and what I do is like when I know it's like PwC is coming,
Hmm.
it's like around after I know PwC is coming from the interview timing around I have 7 days.
Seven
So
days
for the
to
7 days,
to
I again
prepare.
go, yeah, to prepare. I again go with the basics first.
Okay.
Second, go to Google,
Hmm.
search any kind of MCQ question in finance,
Right,
Excel,
right.
or taxation.
Hmm.
It's like tried, and they provide you an answer also.
Answers, yeah.
अरे गलती कर तुझे आंसर मिल
Right.
जाएगा. It's
Yeah,
like do it.
it's better to get wrong over there rather on the day of
Yes, yes,
aptitude.
exactly. The only way to succeed is hustle.
हाँ,
भाई
hustle.
hustle करना होगा.
Right,
If
absolutely.
you
Very true, very
yeah,
true.
in the 7 day, I know a few friends of mine who got selected,
Right.
what they did, what I did, and we know.
Mhm. Okay, now moving on to the next part, that is your PI, which is very important for Big Fours. That how was your PI? Right,
So
right,
first of all, go to your teachers,
right,
ask them, and it's like what kind of question they are expecting, because the experience count
right.
too.
Very,
They
very.
have very experience, so go and ask them. I'm sure they will guide you. In our college, we got a huge help in that way.
Absolutely,
For our
absolutely,
HOD to dean is everyone.
absolutely.
So that's a key point to us. You know,
Like,
take that name is like SD sir, our HOD. He
absolutely.
he was he was the golden key for our career. Yeah, he was the golden
That's
key.
very true. I mean, actually, I
He's the
believe
golden
that
key.
we all owe to him because the kind of hard work which actually he puts, that the 7 to 9 US
Yeah,
taxation class we know.
I still remember. It's like he's coughing badly. He has throat pain. He's like taking some
Mhm.
chai, and it's like, oh, I feel bad.
Yes,
I feel bad
absolutely.
that day. I was like, this man dedication. If I get it like 50% of his dedication, I'm great.
Every
Painting.
single minute. I still remember
Yeah,
it was my PI, and the last night it was Orko sir. Like Chantan, and
yeah,
I was like, sir, should I do this? Should I? Sir, yes, you smile. Do not laugh. You smile. Be you, Chantan. Be that
yeah.
charming. I was like, yes, that's
Yeah,
actually
that
important.
that thing I will conduct it in the PI, and also
Absolutely, absolutely. And
okay,
also,
now
I
go to the PI
also
part.
remember even
Yeah,
it was our APT we got selected, and then before the PI, even SD sir was there. SD sir connected over a meeting, and he also boosted us. Asked
for us
few
also. Yeah,
last minute questions. And yes, I mean, absolutely, college faculties are always there for you. I mean, guys, if you're watching this
you
entire
need that
video,
push. You need push.
yes, yes, yes. I mean, guys, if you're watching this video and if you are kind of
Mhm.
a very shy person, don't be a shy person because you are doing an MBA. And in MBA, you have to be very, very, very smart. You have to be very extrovert, a kind of a person. So go to your teachers, consult with them, ask questions. Also, there are seniors because the kind of way I and Shantanu we
Exactly.
connected. I every day used to almost every day used to call Shantanu and used to ask for suggestions.
Mm.
You know, beforehand Shantanu provided us with all the US taxation notes and everything. So
Materials,
this
yeah.
is the kind of thing that you have to do.
That
You are
should be a
actually
secret.
aiming big. So yeah, that's very 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 true, Shantanu. as I also mentioned about the
The PI
PI
part.
part. I know that PI is very important for Big Four. So Shayanta, tell me about your PI experience. What were the questions which were
Mm.
asked to you and how you answered to all the questions?
Okay, first of all, it's like whenever it's like anyone is like talk about the PI, the first thing is like what kind of questions, like you ask me what kind of
Hmm.
question, what are you prepared and what are the answer.
Hmm.
Firstly, don't jump on the question and answer. Firstly,
Okay.
for me,
Okay.
because firstly, the few things are very important. You have to be very confident about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be self-groomed.
Mm-hmm.
Second, and thirdly, you have to be like very interactive with the seniors. It's like no matter who is or who she is, like you
Right.
have to be very interactive, and you can put a little bit humor in that in your conversation, but
Right.
not like Santa Manta joke, please.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, a little bit humor, it's like talkative and like
Mm-hmm.
smile a bit. It's like very, you have to be very confident and you know who you are. That's a
Mm-hmm.
very important part, because if you are sitting in an interview like, yes sir, yeah, hi sir, gone
Very
boss,
professional.
in that very second you're gone.
Right.
You have to be very like, proactive and smart. It's like talkative with the greet them very well.
Right.
It's
Right.
like ask them how they are. It's like what's going on in the company. And a very vital point, in the end of the interview, they will definitely will ask you, do you have any kind of questions? Don't avoid that.
Right.
You have to
Very,
ask
very true.
something. Is ask something. It's like, no sir, I'm good. I'm absolutely sir,
Mm-hmm.
आपसे क्या पूछे sir, आप तो माई बाप हो, ऐसा मत करो. You have to
Right.
ask like, ask something like, what kind of work I'm gonna be work,
Hmm.
or like they're gonna be, it's like ask you, I'm sorry, they're gonna tell you about him. It's like themselves about the, like
Hmm.
for example, if they told you it's like he's from the GMS team or like Salt team, but I'm pretty sure you don't know about the GMS team or the Salt team. So
Right.
ask him na, what is GMS team, what
James.
is Salt team, what you guys are doing,
Hmm.
and what are the expectation from me
Hmm.
after joining. It's like whatever the expectation from me. It's like how I provide it is like growth in my career. It's like that's a basic thing. It's like you can go
Right.
for it.
Right.
Because and for the PI is like it's around 30 minutes, 35 minutes PI, and the questions are like, again, it's like very basic question from like general question like what is depreciation, what is amortization, what is the difference between depreciation and amortization, what is dividend, who are the allocated for the dividend,
Hmm.
and the slab rate question, they are asked like what is the depreciation, what is amortization, what is the difference between depreciation and amortization, what is dividend, uh, what is debenture. The
Okay.
very basic question about, and few is like what is bad debt, how do you enter bad debt in a final accounts,
Okay.
how do you treat a bad debt, that's a very common thing,
Mm-hmm.
and how do you treat it a depreciation, what is the rate of depreciation for land. That's a
Land.
very
Yes.
tricky question.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
land didn't get depreciation, any kind
Depreciation.
of
Hmm.
depreciation नहीं होता है.
Now.
So, and another thing, I guess you know also,
Hmm.
like we do have some US taxation course
Right. Right. Right.
beforehand.
ITT.
So I put it in my, I put it in my CV, and
Hmm.
they asked a lot of questions from that,
True.
like what are the individual taxation, the corporation, and the form names, what are the entries we are expecting if you put this or that,
Mm-hmm.
and the very important point, if you don't know the answer,
Hmm.
don't give them a wrong answer.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just
Hmm.
just tell them it's like you don't know, and
Right.
just ask, and tell them like I don't know. It's like honestly, but I'm here to learn.
Okay.
So I'm sure in the next few months, I know, and I will definitely come up with the not the answer, with also the solution.
Solution.
It's like this is the first part of the, like the PI, the technical question.
Okay.
Then
So.
after that, it's like they're asking some situational question.
Okay.
It's like if there is a conflict between you and your employee, how can you
Hmm.
handle it?
Okay.
Very basic. It's like if any kind of problem, it's come at a midnight,
Hmm.
middle of the night, around 12 o'clock, and your
Hmm.
manager called you up. It's like what
Okay.
to do.
Okay.
Like it's already you are sleeping. It's like what you prefer. It's like
Hmm.
your sleep
Hmm.
or your work. You
Okay.
have to act smartly. What's
Okay.
your 5-year goal? That's a very
Okay.
common question.
Yeah,
I'm
very
sure you
common
guys are
question. And
preparing for
how
that.
you answered this question? I really want to know this. How you answered it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. First of all, I'm very clear about like what is the hierarchy in my company. So my answer is something like that. It's like 5 year is a very long term.
Hmm.
So first of all, I break that 5 year into several parts. First
Okay.
of all, it's like in like a 2 year span. Uh, in the very first year in my joining, I like to learn a lot about my company, a
Hmm.
lot about the things I'm gonna be work on,
Hmm.
and the taxes.
Okay.
Secondly, after my first year, I take that expertise to to grab that software or the technical part in that company. So I'm expecting after that I will get promoted to associate two
Okay.
in after 2 years span.
Hmm. Hmm.
And after that 3 years span, I like to help my team and attend
Okay. Okay.
lots of
Yes.
seasons out there. And then and there is also a concept of cross teaming. I would like to cross team with cross team that cross team with other, helping other. Then after that 3 years span, I look myself at a senior associate position. So that's my basic 5 year goal.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so one thing which I actually add, which I want to add about Chayantoda,
Mm.
because I initially didn't started off with this thing, but I just remembered that one thing which is very important and which I actually learned from Chayantoda is clarity about whatever you are doing. Trust me, trust me, the answer which Chayantoda told that he already knew that these are the kind of things that the PwC interviewer is gonna ask me, and these are the answers which I'm gonna tell that person. So you have to be very clear with the entire idea of the interview. You cannot just say that, oh, he asked me a question and I'm not ready with the answer. That does
Prepare
not
with
happen.
that,
You
yeah.
have to get prepared, right? If I'm not.
The question is I still remember because we it's like as you said, it's like we're not prepared.
Hmm.
That question I'm not actually prepared. He asked me,
Okay.
what if you don't get this job? What will you do?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
absolutely not prepared for that
Actually.
question. I was like, okay.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, I'm very cool about it because I told my it's like the previous thing I was like told in this broadcast also.
Ah,
It's a long term goal. It's like long term dream for me to work with PwC.
right.
And I told them if I don't crack this interview, it's like today also, I will meet you again 6 months later, definitely in this
Confident.
podium.
This is very
Yeah,
important.
I have to be. I
Confident.
have to be. And
So
they will
true.
smile as like, and their smile is like, let's see.
Yes. He's like,
That
he already took
yeah.
that vibe from you that you're very
Mhm.
confident about, like you're ready
Yeah,
to accept whatever
because
it is.
yeah, and there is a very important thing. You have to be very passionate about what you are doing.
What are you doing?
It's rather it's not like you have to be it's like a studying or working. You have to be passionate about everything.
Hmm.
From okay, it's like let's take an example on your side. From studies, from right now the broadcasting, the YouTube thing also is singing very well. So big clap, yeah, guys.
No, 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 no.
He's
If
passionate
you're
about
sharing like
everything.
that.
True,
Yeah,
true.
but
You're
actually,
passionate about
actually, I love
everything.
doing things. Yes. I love doing
Yeah,
things.
you're
Which I
passionate.
study.
If you're not passionate, it's like if you're thinking, अरे यार करना है ये तो मेरा काम है.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I
gonna be
know.
here.
That's
Like I
true.
told you yesterday. It's like if you think your workplace as a playground,
Hmm.
you can work.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Otherwise, in few days or it's like later on days, it's
You get
gonna be
bored.
it's like become a jail for you.
Right.
It's not gonna be happen.
Right.
So you have to be very cheerful about it.
Right. Well, with that, we'll move to the last section of our show. That is the rapid fire round. Now, about this,
Yeah.
actually, we do not have any hampers like Karan Johar, but
Ah,
definitely, if
yeah.
our show does well in the near future, then definitely
Sure, sure, surely.
we'll send. Yeah, that would. We'll definitely send all the hampers at your house.
Mhm.
Right. So with that, we'll start the rapid fire. Are you ready, Shantara?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's bring it on.
Okay. Okay. So the first question is one thought which is coming at your mind. Okay. Number one, parents.
Backbone.
All right, back one. Number two, holidays.
Relaxation.
All
Much
right,
need.
much need. All right, all right. Next would be little difficult for you because I know that you do all this thing very frequently. So that is food and hangouts.
Oh crap. Uh, hangout. I
Okay.
can compromise food, but I cannot compromise hangout.
You're not okay, fine. Okay. Next thing that comes in your mind when you like hear this thing, IEM, Institute of Engineering and Management.
Success and ethics, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Yes, very, very true. Very true. And the last thing that comes is Shayanto Das.
Oh, a boy with lots of dream who dreamed to build his own empire by himself.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. Definitely, I believe that I would
Definitely,
be a part of that empire. I hope.
definitely.
Yes. Okay.
And it's
Now,
like last thing I like to add is like if anyone have any kind of doubt or any kind of question, please put that in the comment section. Any kind of doubt, any kind of question,
absolutely,
write it down
absolutely.
in comment section. We try to get as many as comment we can,
Yes, yes.
and if possible, if the host permit, we can do a Q&A session also.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We can do that. We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a great, great
So
idea.
please,
We can actually
yeah,
do a
please
Q&A.
utilize the comment section. Please utilize that.
Sure, sure. Yes, like if anybody do have any sort of a question, or maybe if there is something which we have not covered in this video, please
Mm.
put down your question in the comment section, and we'll definitely make another video with the Q&As about PwC or Big 4, and we'll definitely
Before,
answer to all the questions.
or it's like preparation or any kind of thing. We can do
Mm-hmm.
that.
Right, right. We can do that. We can do that.
Okay.
With that, we'll end the entire podcast over here. Not the
Do subscribe and like it.
please, please. Well, yes, with that, we'll end. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly
Thank you,
believe
guys.
that, like every minute, whenever I talk with this person, I learn something new. That's for sure. And I truly believe that if you have actually watched the entire video, you have learned a lot about the corporate industry, the Big 4, accounts, MBA, finance. So definitely make full use of this entire video. Hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.